Welcome to Breaking Views. Coffee or cocktail?
Always coffee, but also cocktails. Like I'm totally
Well, pick-
not having
pick
an
one.
espresso martini.
No
right
cop
now.
out.
What am I terrible at? Making decisions. Ever since I was a kid, I was really into biology. Plan A, B, C, D, E.
What's the next one?
I'm intrigued by the bad game. Why is it called the bad game?
Like-
if nobody's working anymore,
Yeah.
who's taking care of the power line? Who's taking care of like the nuclear factories and stuff like that? I want to be admired by many because I want to have an influence.
We'll move on to the other.
Let's move on. Yes.
How was your day?
It was pretty good. It's my day off, so I woke up late.
Oh my god, your
I
hands are
showed
like...
up. What's wrong with my hands?
You're doing it like you're like you know the portrait for like the president's wife where she has to do her hands like this and like look forward.
Well, this whole setup is so beautiful. It feels so formal, so I might as well go with it, you know?
It's just chill. It's okay. It's good. We tried our best to do this, you know.
It's pretty nice. You guys did a good job.
But welcome to Breaking Views. Welcome to Breaking Views.
Thank you for
one-on-one.
having me.
And we have today, introduce yourself.
My name is Derek Rodriguez.
And I'm MJ. And yeah, we're gonna chat a lot of shit today. So usually how we start our episodes, we do a quick rapid fire questions, and this is kind of like a way for the audience to kind of get to know you a little bit before we kind of get in the nitty gritty.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Go for it. I love that.
Yeah, so it's gonna be like a quick fire question. So I'll throw it at you. Just tell me the first thing that comes to your head.
Okay.
Science or art?
Science.
Logic or intuition?
Intuition.
Coffee or cocktails?
Always coffee, but also cocktails. Like I'm totally
Well, pick-
not having
pick
an
one.
espresso martini.
No
right
cop
now.
out. No cop out. You have to pick one.
Okay, it has to be coffee.
Okay.
I'm addicted.
What's the last book you really enjoyed?
Really enjoyed?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd say Memoirs of a Geisha.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Interesting.
it's by Arthur Golden, I think. Yeah.
Okay. What's one thing you're terrible at?
What am I terrible at?
Yeah.
Making decisions. I can be very indecisive.
And lastly, what's your major? What did you study in school?
I studied Biomedical Sciences at Trent University.
And what made you study that?
So ever since I was a kid, I was really into biology, and I feel like my teachers actually got me into that. And I love science. I love, the study of life. And I always wanted to study in the medical profession as well.
Okay.
So that's what really got me into biomedical sciences.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's nice.
It's rapid fire. I could go on and on, but
Yeah. And so what I kind of like love to know is like, is biomedical science like the end for you, or do you plan to do more? Do you plan to be a doctor at some point? Do you plan to...
yes, I do. If
Okay. If everything's like
if
right
the
on...
cards are all aligned and stuff, I do want to study in medicine. Yes.
And is that like the only dream, or...
Not really. So I have like a plan A, B, C, D, E.
Jesus.
So A would be medicine.
Yeah.
B would be pharmacology,
Okay.
maybe pharmaceuticals and stuff.
Okay.
C would be maybe a physician's assistant,
Okay.
something like that. And I don't want to give too much away. D, E, F.
Yeah, you guys would have to follow
Yeah.
this page and DM them to find out about DEF. But yeah, I think the audience have probably gotten to know you a little bit now. But we'll probably switch into our next segment, which is my favorite segment of the show.
Oh.
It's called the good, the bad, and the ugly. So it's kind of like, it's a 3-part. Let's think about it like a 3-part series.
Okay.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. It's we'll play a series of games, a good game, a bad game, and an ugly game. And then we kind of ask a little bit of a heavy question after each game.
Okay.
But what we get the guests to do when they come in is you kind of curate the sequence of the game for yourself.
Okay.
So you could go good, bad, ugly. You could go bad, good, ugly.
I'm intrigued by the bad game. Why is it called the bad
I
game?
don't know. I just named it the bad. It might not be bad, but it's just bad, I guess. I just wanted to name something, Jesus. But like, yeah.
Well, I'm game, so
Yeah, so you are gonna curate it yourself. So you would choose between like the sequence you would want it to be. So
the
yeah.
good, bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's start with good. Why not?
Okay. So good, bad, ugly. Nice. Yeah, so we'll move on. So before we start the good game, I would always like, so I'm a chef, and they probably already know this by now because I won't
Oh
fucking
yeah,
shut up
I've
about
heard
it.
about you. You're
Yeah.
quite a good chef.
Yeah, I haven't shut up about it the past 2 episodes. But I'm only gonna talk about it a little bit, guys. Just give me 3 minutes to be a nerd for a moment.
No, go
So
ahead.
what I do every episode is I have something I make and I bring it for the guests to kind of try it out. Just to maybe, make them feel a little bit comfortable because, I have a chef friend that said the best way to, end, to bring world peace, I would say, is having like a giant potluck, which I find to be very stupid. But
How is that stupid? That's great.
because
Everybody brings a bit of their culture.
Yeah, but people are bitchy about food. Someone's gonna cause a war.
Someone's gonna get like
someone's not gonna
someone's
like
gonna
another-
get like McDonald's and bring it to the potluck and be like, sorry.
and he's gonna get judged by like an Asian or African mom, and then it's gonna spark something. So, but what I have in front of you now are 2 concoctions I made for you today.
They look
That is a
delicious.
double chocolate chai latte loaf. It's pretty long.
Oh, I
I'm not
love
good with
chocolate.
naming stuff, but it is what it is. And this is a pesto shrimp pastry.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would have you try both, just kind of, and kind of let me know what you think.
Okay, I'm gonna go for the double chocolate first
Okay.
because I love chocolate. What did you make the icing with? Like, what sort of an icing is this?
It's just a simple buttercream icing because I wouldn't want to complicate the taste of the original loaf.
That's good. Actually, the cinnamony.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, this is perfect for like, winter.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's summer. It's still good. It's still good.
I
But
mean,
like, this is like comfort food.
Yeah.
Like a comfort dessert, basically. I love it. It's really fudgy.
okay.
I love the icing. Taste the chai too.
Yeah. So I tried to like, make a nice concoction. But I guess, yeah, we'll see next week what I bring for the next person. But, this is,
And what's that?
So this is it's a pastry, but inside the pastry there's a filling of pesto shrimp.
Pesto shrimp.
Yeah, so I made the pesto, mixed it with shrimp. There's also some mushrooms in it. So you try it out, and
I don't want to ruin it for you. Could you
Ruin
like
it,
cut
it's
it?
yours.
Cut it for me.
I mean,
or
it's
something?
yours. Like you could do whatever
I don't
you
know how I'm gonna
want.
do it with a butter
You
knife.
could have it from the middle like a psychopath, or you could have it from the sides, like I don't know.
Okay.
Just
let
go
me-
crazy.
Let me try a little bit, cause.
But I would say I
Well, we
would
had
want you to have to
breakfast.
fill in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look at me watching him like a mom.
Okay. Oh, that's good. It's very flaky.
Mm-hmm.
It's like perfectly cooked.
So this game I have for you today, it's called Defend the Undefendable. So I'll basically give you a position, and then
Okay.
you would have to, I would say, I'll tell you to pick between A, B, C, A, B, or C. You pick, and one of them is gonna be a topic that you would have to defend, whether you agree with it or not.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it like okay, like in a debate, like
Yeah.
even if I don't agree with it, I
Mhm.
have to defend it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So I would say what I have in my lot here is from A to E. So you pick a letter, and I'll tell you what the what the
Oh,
topic is. Yeah.
oh shit. Okay.
And I'm not gonna cheat, guys. Or maybe, I
All
don't
right,
know.
A to
I
E.
make the
I'm
rules.
gonna go with D.
So D is scientists should be required to study philosophy.
That's an interesting take. So I have to defend this.
Yeah, you have to defend this.
Wow, I don't know. Okay, so philosophy is the study of thinking, right?
Yeah.
The way you think.
Mm-hmm.
And I think scientists do have to study how to think because what scientists like they work on is a scientific method. They have a way of critical thinking, right?
Yeah.
So when you say scientists should study philosophy, in my studies, I've also studied like biomedical ethics, which is a sort of philosophy course.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's makes you study about critical thinking
Yeah.
and how to not come up with assumptions. Correlation is not causation,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So this is an easy topic to defend because if you can't think critically, you can't be a scientist. You can't come to logical conclusions. You know, you have to deduce properly.
Yeah.
You can't just assume. You can't go with like broad statements. There has to be theory. There has to be hypotheticals that you have to also explore
Yeah.
in order to come to a conclusion.
But don't you think, sorry to cut you off, but don't you think some philosophical studies are very not factual, like they're not really factual?
It depends. So philosophy can be kind of abstract, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right?
Yeah.
It can be abstract, but it gives you ways to think about a certain like topic or a certain decision. It offers perspective. And what scientists do is they experiment and they test perspectives.
Yeah.
Like when you come with hypotheses,
Yeah.
you have to test those, right? You have to do experiments and come to a conclusion whether that hypothesis is supported or not. That in itself is kind of like the experiment itself is not philosophical, but the way you think, okay? The way you generalize something or the way you think something is correlated to like correlated, what can I say? Correlated to a certain hypothesis or like a supporting statement, you have to like come up with experiments that support it, right? Scientists are philosophical, I'd say. A lot of scientists are. And then when you come to ethics, right? Like, is it moral? Like, like for example, is abortion like moral or it's
Why did you
immoral?
reduce your voice while saying that?
I don't know. It's controversial. It's a controversial topic. But you know, scientists have to test that.
You reduced his voice like I'm a fucking conservative.
I don't know. I don't know how serious this podcast is. Okay. Anyways, but I'm just saying, like when you have to test these theories, these perspectives, science does come into play, right?
Yeah.
Like, and so when I did do my course, I even had a book that told, like, I think the book's name was How to Think About Weird Things. So it was a very philosophical book, okay? It and I forgot exactly, it was in my second year, but it helped me critically think.
Okay.
And I was told that, you know, you have to take this course, even if it's philosophy, because to think like a scientist is very important. It's very imperative.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because scientists are in charge of a lot of things. You have to think about healthcare. You have to think about certain laws of the government. You have to think about, food safety, everything, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of those, I feel like, you have to cater to the people. And people have very different views, different philosophical views. But science kind of meshes that,
Okay. Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's kind of abstract, but I tried to get to the point here.
I think the thing is I got what I needed to get from you, like in terms of like I learned what I needed to learn from what you just said now, and I'm sure probably people are listening will probably be able to relate or have the same views or even think you're chatting shit, but it's fine.
No,
it is
especially
your
in
opinion.
hospitals, if you ask doctors and stuff,
Yeah.
they have to deal with a lot of ethics
Yeah.
when it comes to also like When I worked in the hospital, when I worked in the ICU alongside a doctor,
Okay.
there's a certain way you have to tell the patient and the patient, the patient's family that there was this patient who um, had a stroke. Okay,
Yeah.
so she was in the ICU. Part of her brain was basically dead,
Yeah.
like the bronchus area, the Warnix area. So that deals with like perception and speech.
Yeah.
Okay, so she was basically brain dead. And then there was a family, right? And there's a certain way to tell the family,
Yeah.
that do they want her to be,
Taking off life support.
yeah, exactly.
I see.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
they have to follow a certain protocol, right?
Okay.
Right? And like a lot of those are you could easily just tell the patient, right? You could easily just tell the patient that, I think this is the decision you should make.
Yeah.
It's taking up like space in the hospital, but doctors don't follow that. To be a
Yeah.
doctor, you have to be very personable. You have to be
Yeah.
very
You have to
in
humanize
tune
it,
with
everything.
someone's
Yeah.
emotions as
Yeah.
well. So we had to go to a secluded like room.
Yeah.
We had to have a conversation with the patient,
Yeah.
with the doctor,
I
right? The patient's
see.
family, I mean. Yeah.
Wow, that kind of sucks.
And then it
Yeah.
depends on
I
how,
don't think I have the psychological
yeah, but
yeah
how the
to
family,
do that. Yeah.
decides. Yeah, we have to respect each other's philosophy,
Okay.
especially in healthcare, right?
So I have a follow-up question for you. Do you think everyone needs to have an opinion on everything?
An opinion
Yeah.
on everything.
Yeah.
Mm, that's kind of a broad question,
Yeah.
right? Like,
But you just take it as you will. Like in terms of like, where
I think people are free to have opinions. Yes, of course.
yeah.
To say that you shouldn't have an opinion, this is what, like, that sounds very, I don't know,
It's weird. It's weird. No, because like,
kind of takes autonomy out of a person
because we're in
saying
a
that.
like what's the word society right now, like
Mhm.
we're in this environment where people are like, oh, we're very soft because people have an opinion on everything, like certain things shouldn't have to be taught way too much, shouldn't have to be that deep, like you shouldn't have to have opinion on every single thing people do. But I think
I think we
yeah,
shouldn't police people on what they
yeah, because
should
it's part of
think,
freedom,
right?
right?
Yeah, so people are entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah.
People are allowed to have their own opinions, right?
Yeah, and the hypocritical thing is you hear that from certain groups and they're like, oh, must say you have an opinion on everything and stuff like that. But then they preach free speech and freedom, but you can't have one without the other, right? You have to have an opinion on everything if you also want free speech.
I
Because
think free speech is okay.
yeah,
Obviously, free speech is okay.
yeah,
Obviously, it's a right, right? And people are entitled to their own opinions until their opinions harm others,
yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah, true.
So, like, if you're shoving your opinion as, like, and oh my God, you have to have the same opinion as me, or like, their opinion is something radical, right?
Yeah,
Something like racist or discriminatory,
yeah,
harming other people, then, yeah, they can feel free to talk about it, but they should keep it to themselves, shouldn't harm other people, you know?
yeah.
That's what I think. You're entitled to your own opinion, but if your opinion hurts other people, like is harmful, I don't think, you know, as long as they're not doing harm, to
Yeah.
other individuals, they can say whatever they want. It's a free country.
And like maybe even to pivot a little, like, do you think like we're in a situation now where we're not just like because I feel like there's a lot of information out there, right?
Hmm.
Like, we have access to everything. Do you think we're like more informed about this information now, or we're just overwhelmed because it's just a lot of information out there? You get
Yeah, there is
like
a lot of information out
yeah.
there.
Do you
Yeah.
think this amount of information, like us seeing all of this and having access to all of this, has, caused a huge overwhelming factor that we're all kind of desensitized to?
It really depends, right? It's what sort of media you consume, right?
Yeah, but like, sometimes with media, you consume some media you don't also want to consume. Like, I don't think every media we consume are, you know, is
Yeah,
on
because I know
purpose.
more about the Kardashians than I'd like to know.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
what I'm
you're trying to
saying.
talk
Yeah,
about?
like so something like that. Maybe not as yeah, because that's what I'm trying to say, right? Like I feel like we've like we're in this situation where we can't even curate what we see. We just see stuff.
Yeah, I don't really know how it works because apparently it's the algorithm about what you view, right? But yeah, there's a lot of information out there,
Yeah.
right? But you kind of choose the information you want to take in.
Okay.
Yeah, right? So like I think it's up to us to decide what to take in and what to, leave out.
On face value or like
N- Face value, what do you mean by that?
sometimes I see something that I know for a fact that I might not like after if I consume it enough. So I just see it as face value and scroll immediately.
Yeah, or just, there's like there's the three like dots and don't show me like content like this. Just go ahead, do that,
Yeah.
Again, I know a lot about the Kardashians. I know a lot about pop culture. But I think it's
Yeah.
entertainment, right? I don't like try to take all my news, everything from like social media all the time, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of biases as well. But I'm not saying go to Fox News or whatever and watch Fox News
Yeah, Fox
and
News
stuff.
sucks. But
Yeah,
yeah.
not to the other side of America, it doesn't.
No, thank God we're in Canada actually.
Thank God we're in Canada.
Yeah. So that was the good section.
That was the good section?
Yeah,
Damn.
because it's very it's lighthearted. Like
That's lighthearted? What's the bad section?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, the bad section is when we put him in Illuminati and then do some blood sacrifices
my
and stuff.
freaking
Yeah,
God.
the audience are
All
used to
culty
it. They're
stuff.
waiting for you to do
Flat
that.
earthers.
Yeah. Why do you think I'm wearing red? Okay, we'll move on.
By the way, I gotta say, I love these mugs. It says breaking views.
Anytime you
Like,
keep saying
that is so cute.
Nasimo keep giving me the look because I was like,
Whose idea was this? This
Oh,
is
it's
great.
hers.
Oh my God. Perfect.
So we'll start with the next one.
Okay, what's the next one?
The bad.
Oh,
So
I'm terrified.
I call this game the human experiment. So I'll give you
Jesus.
scenarios and then you tell me what you think would happen if these scenarios come to play.
Okay, that sounds fun.
Yeah, so in these scenarios you just wake up in the morning and this is the order or this is how it is.
Okay,
So
that's the reality. Okay.
you wake up in the morning and you realize that there's no more money anymore. Banks don't work. No Bitcoin, nothing.
Anarchy.
And this is not just for you, this is for everybody. What do you think is going to happen?
Anarchy. You're telling me banks don't work? You're telling what, no internet?
Yeah.
Anarchy. Have you watched a lot of movies?
Yeah.
So you know how it works. People start looting from grocery stores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We start like
Stealing cars.
the lights go
gases
off.
go. Yeah, they like get like guns,
Yeah.
tents, stuff like that.
Goes mad.
Yeah, but
really
what's the
quick.
reason? What's happening?
No,
Why is it?
There's no reason.
Oh, everything stopped?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just saying everything stopped. You get?
Yeah.
Like, and these are like, I'm just saying like these are like just kind of scenarios where you just wake up, these happen, and
Okay.
I'm just trying to see where your mind's at in terms of like how you view human beings. I want to see how you
chaotic.
Yeah, I want to see how
most
you view
human beings are very like what? They're very. They'll go by instinct, right?
Yeah,
They'll try
and
to
we're very
protect their
selfish too.
family.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
So,
will be selfish, and they'll try to well, they'll try to get supplies, obviously.
yeah.
And then defense. So guns. I'm telling you, they're gonna go for the guns.
Mhm.
In Canada, it's harder to get guns. Thank God.
Yeah.
But that's what they're gonna go for. They're gonna gonna loot for food, stuff like that. And also humans are selfish, but they're very into community, right?
Yeah.
So they'll try to stick to a certain community.
Another scenario, what if nobody has to work anymore?
Are we still getting paid?
Let's say yes. Let's say everybody's getting paid the same amount and no one has to work anymore.
That changes the whole hierarchy of the situation, right?
Yeah.
You're thinking of what? Or like we're getting paid, but
Yeah.
nobody has to work.
Nobody has to work
Like,
anymore.
is this like a socialist utopia that
Yeah,
you're
maybe
talking
it
about?
is a socialist utopia.
Hmm.
Yeah. But I'm kind of thinking about it from a perspective of like every single, like, we don't have like,
But if nobody's working anymore,
yeah,
who's taking care of the power lines? Who's taking care of
I
like the
don't know.
nuclear factories and stuff like that?
You know, right now there are people working. And why do we work? We work for money, right?
Yeah.
But in this scenario, nobody has to work anymore. You're getting paid anyway, whether you work or not.
Okay.
Do you think people would still kind of like wake up and go to the factories and still work? Or do you think
I think
everyone...
people need to be busy. They need to be doing something. Nobody's going to be like that's an interesting take, because a lot of people would be like, oh, there's more time for hobbies, spending time with family,
yeah.
traveling. Yeah, but humans, I feel like they do get bored.
Yeah.
They need something to do. So I don't know if work is what they want to do. I don't think nobody wants to wake up and go to a factory,
Yeah.
you know, and like...
I feel like the world would suffer because I'm like, I feel like...
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, if you take it practically, that's not how it's meant to be, unfortunately.
Yeah, because I feel like there's certain jobs, like, for example, the oil rigs, right? They pay them a lot of money, but it's also a very dangerous job.
Very dangerous
That
job.
if you tell them, oh, I'm gonna pay you the same amount, but you don't have to work.
That's why
no
we
one's
should
gonna
look
work.
into renewable resources, right?
Yeah, but you know, the people that are in, like, you know, the oil conglomerates or the oligarchs, they don't want that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's really hard getting lasting renewable resource, right? People are saying it could be nuclear, but it's also expensive.
It is very expensive.
But it's also very efficient. I'm all for nuclear power here. Just letting you know. In terms of energy production, okay?
Yeah. Last scenario. What do you like? What if we all could just hear what each other thinks? Like, you know, we have the power of, like, what's the word? Is it like you could read each other's minds? Like, everybody could read each other's minds.
That's kind of like, I don't know.
It's very invasive, isn't it?
You wouldn't have much of like privacy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could know what everybody's kinks are. Jesus.
Yeah, and also I feel like we'll just be depressed because I feel like sometimes you have to really have... I'm not saying we all have to be haters, but we have to have some negative energy within us. Like, maybe, you know, say a silent fuck within us, or a silent fuck you within us, to kind of like...
Oh, what do you mean? Like a dark side? Everybody has
No, but like, you know, sometimes where you're... Sometimes where you're at work, right?
Yeah.
And like you're like, for example, I work in hospitality, and sometimes, you know, a customer can piss you off to a point, but you can't really tell the customer profanity and say, oh, you know, fuck you. But you feel it. You said it in your head. And me saying it in my head is how I kind of kept my sanity in that situation. But I won't be able to say it in my head. Do
you get angry at your customers a lot, Mujahid?
Sometimes I do. No, because I feel like I'm someone who doesn't get angry very easily. I get angry when you're doing something repetitive. If you do it once, I kind of take it as, you know, but then if it's repetitive, I'm like, are you actually trying to make me angry? You get. And I feel like sometimes, I don't know if you've worked hospitality before. Like, have you ever served, have you ever bartended before? Are you, you know?
Well, I am a bartender and a server.
Oh, you are? Okay. So you get what I'm saying then. I'm not speaking shit. What I'm saying is, like, sometimes you get to a point where you're really hospitable, and we all have bad days, you get. But I feel like sometimes customers kind of push it when they feel like, you know, they don't know the difference between I'm at a restaurant and this is not my private servant or private chef.
Oh, yeah. But we don't let anyone treat the employees like that. If they do, we just retract. Yeah,
but what I'm saying is, rather than saying fuck you to the customer in person, you kind of say it in your head. You're like, that B word or that bitch.
I don't think I've ever said fuck you to a customer in my head.
I've said it too many times. I'm like, fuck you. I'm like, yeah, because sometimes it gets too much. I know. Yeah, so I'm like, for our sanity, there's certain things you kind of have to keep to yourself, and also privacy in general. Yeah, when I first came into this country, I used to work at a grocery store, right? And working retail is the worst. It's the worst, and people are horrible. I'm actually curious now. What's your most horrible experience? I want to know.
Horrible experiences. Like, A lady just accused me of lying. Yeah.
Out of the blue? On
Well,
what?
yeah, she wanted like a discount on something. I don't quite remember, right? And I was like, it's not discounted, right? This is not on discount. Then she called the manager and she was like, he told me this is on discount and now the discount's not coming up and now he's lying about it.
So she curated everything.
And I was like, I didn't do anything like that. Another thing, so a lady comes up to me and asks me about like, it wasn't that bad. She was asking me about yoga. Like, oh, your people know yoga, right? Like, what's your favorite, like, how do you do yoga and stuff like that? While I'm like just like
my God.
scanning her
No, like-
items, and I was like, I don't do yoga. Another lady asked me like,
What's with the ladies?
ladies, it's always the Karens, I swear to God. It's always the Karens. Ask me, oh, you don't eat beef, do you? And okay, I'm not a huge fan of beef. And then I was like,
Oh,
I
she thought you
don't
were
eat
Indian.
beef, but it's not the
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah,
It's not for the reason you think it is.
yeah.
But yeah, but
Oh no, like
had,
I've
like, a
gotten
lot
that
of
too
those.
because like one of the restaurants I've worked at was an open kitchen, and this was like deep into the summer,
Mhm.
and it was very hot in the kitchen, obviously. And this man comes in. Mine's not a lady for the first time. I have a different guy this time. So he came in and he's like, "Oh, it's so hot in here." And then he looks at the kitchen. And he's like, "Ah, like." It must be really hot in the kitchen, but I'm sure you're used to it from wherever you came from, like wherever you're from and stuff like
Mhm.
that. Like, insinuating that I'm from a very tropical country, so I'm used to the hotness of the
Yeah.
kitchen already. And I was like,
Are you not from a tropical country?
I am from a tropical country, but why does
I
that relate to? I felt hot back home too in Nigeria. And like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, so
Lagos
it's
is beautiful though, I heard.
yeah, it is, but like, I felt hot there too. It's not like, oh, the hotness changes anywhere. Like, you could just be like, oh, it's hot and blah 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 and shut up. Why do you have to call my country or correlate it with me being in the kitchen? It's like me seeing a man in the freezer in Canada and be like, oh, you should be used to that and blah blah blah, like, in the winter and stuff.
I know, but you acclimatize. I remember a lady asked me on how to meditate.
She asked you how to meditate.
Yeah.
What's with this eat, pray, love shit?
I know, right? I don't know. There's subtle racism.
This eat, pray, love
in
references
Peterborough.
are killing me about this yoga.
It's not all their fault though. Like some of them do have like good intentions.
No, I know they do have good intentions.
Like,
I just feel like
none of them were like telling me to like go back to where you came from or anything like that.
Yeah, no, but
they were
like,
genuinely curious.
yeah, but stuffs like that are so funny. Like the thing is, I don't think it's malicious. Actually, I actually don't. But a lot of it sometimes are funny. Like not funny, but it seems very ignorant. It seems like, oh, you don't know how to talk to people. I feel like you're trying too hard to talk to us by thinking about things that we kind of relate to. You
Mhm.
get.
But I think obviously every immigrant or people migrating to this country, they've faced, some form of racism.
Yeah.
Good or bad, but they have.
Yeah. I've been called the N-word a good amount of times.
Yeah.
I mean,
Me too.
thick skin.
And I'm not even. Somebody asked me the other day,
Yeah.
or like when I was serving them and stuff, like this guy was like, "Are you Australian?" And I'm like, "What?" And I was like, I didn't even say crikey once. That's what I told him. And I was like, I don't know. It's Peterborough. You have to understand is the most demographic of Peterborough is Caucasian, right?
Oh no, yeah, they are
Yeah,
Caucasian.
and they're old, so it's a different time. So
Oh,
it's like it's okay.
No,
We
it is
get
okay.
it.
No, the thing is, I like for now, I try to like mess around with people. So what I do now is I fuck around with people and I go like,
You fuck around with people?
hey, not literally. Hey guys, not literally. But like what I do now is I mess around with people. When people are like, oh, like I think I saw you across the street the other day, even though I was across, they'll be like, oh, so you think all black people look alike, don't you?
Mhm.
And they look at me like, wait, what? And I'm like, no, I'm joking. It was me. So, we find it lighthearted that sometimes I think if I notice the intention is good, I don't mind.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's okay. There was an
Yeah.
Asian lady who thought Lord and Charlie XCX were the same person.
Yeah, that's just stupid. But yeah, we'll move on to the ugly.
Let's move on, yes.
Let's move on to the ugly.
The ugly, okay.
So for the ugly section, we're gonna play Would You Rather.
Okay.
Me and you, actually. So one of our team members would recite 2 scenarios, and then we're both gonna pick one. We don't. Most likely, I pray we might agree on some, we might not agree on some. So it'll
Do
just
we have to explain why we're choosing
yeah, maybe
something?
maybe just give
A
you
sentence or two?
some
Okay.
insight, a little bit of an
Let's go.
insight.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Okay, guys. Be understood by few or admired by many.
You go first.
I'd love to be understood by few. Like I feel like it gets lonely if you're not understood sometimes. I feel like because how I see understanding is someone seeing me. So
Hmm.
if I'm seen by a few people, I think life's Gucci. Life's good in a way. Yeah. Makes me
Oh.
feel seen. Yeah.
I want to be admired by many because I want to have an influence.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to make a change.
Okay.
So I want to be admired by many so I can use my platform to, have an impact.
Fair enough.
That's it.
Sky, man. What's the next one?
Have unlimited knowledge or unlimited influence.
I think you go first on this one.
Okay, sure. Unlimited knowledge or unlimited influence?
Yeah.
This is a tough one because I'm thinking of, I don't know if you guys have watched The Boys.
Yeah.
Sage has unlimited knowledge. Where did that
It's
get
a
her?
lonely place.
I'd say unlimited influence. I can work on the knowledge part.
I would also say unlimited influence because I've seen The Boys too, and unlimited knowledge is a very lonely place.
Yes.
And aside that too, when you're like here, a cut above the rest, I think there isn't any.
Imagine you have
anymore.
unlimited knowledge but no influence. Where does that leave you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you're stuck in a room with a lot of books.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Be remembered for your work or your character.
You can go first.
I want to be remembered by my work. I'm an artist, like create, and I feel like with art you live forever.
Mm-hmm.
If you get what I mean. Like, you see an art, you still have people talking about Van Gogh, for example, or even Basquiat, and
But Van Gogh was never revered when he was alive.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, he wasn't revered when he was alive, but he still lives.
Yeah.
You get, maybe not physically, but his work, he lives through his work.
Yeah.
And yeah. It's and I think maybe he wasn't revered when he was alive, but there were a lot of artists too that were revered when they were alive and still revered now. But I would say in your art in general or your work in general stays. You get. So that would be my answer for that.
I'd say the same. Good work leaves an impact, right?
Yeah, it does leave an impact.
Yeah. And you want your work to live on, as you said.
Yeah, I mean, character is something, but I mean,
For your character,
I'm just like, no, because I'm like, yeah, it's character.
So many people whose work lives on,
Yeah.
Lose music forever or lose books forever.
Oh, lose books, easy.
That was easy for you?
Oh, it was very easy for me. Lose books.
This is a hard one. What are you talking about? Lose books forever?
Mm-hmm. Lose books forever.
Like books never... Okay, books have existed, and now we are losing books forever. That's okay, because we can always store stuff digitally.
Yeah.
So this is... I don't think this is a question for our... day and age.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's for our day and age. I think it's for probably people who probably haven't.
But if you're thinking about, the store, if you're thinking a bit out of the box, if you're talking about storing knowledge.
Yeah.
What did you say? Knowledge, over music?
Obviously, we knowledge over music.
Yeah.
But this was books.
Yeah, but so I'm just saying, okay.
Yeah, this was books because and
we can't lose music, right?
Yeah, you can.
You can digitally store stuff.
Yeah, you can digitally store stuff. I'm thinking about it, how books physically, it wasn't said like, and maybe this is a cop out here. They didn't say ebooks; they said books. So
that's an easy one.
So it's an easy one. It's just simple. Like,
Okay.
you know, it's a cop out, but
Yeah.
music, please. Like, imagine you're in the gym and you're holding a book. What's going on? Or, you know, you're taking a walk.
Yeah, I forgot who
or you're
said
in the
that.
club and everyone's with a book. Like,
I forgot who said that. Like, music feeds the soul.
It does feed the soul.
Mhm.
And it's the fact that there's like unlimited forms of music, and there's still even genres.
Have
being
you ever
formed.
met someone who didn't listen to music?
I have.
I have too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have met people who don't listen to music, but I don't know. It's a sad life. I don't want to imagine what they're going through.
Maybe not sad to them though, right?
Maybe not.
They're so used to it.
Yeah,
I know someone who read a lot of books and didn't listen to much music.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I have a friend. I have a very, very close friend actually who actually stopped listening to music like very recently. Not very recently, like over 2 years ago. And he seems happy. So, you know, I would say it is possible, but I could only answer this from my perspective. I think it's way too intertwined in a lot of my activities. Even when I cook, I listen to music. So, yeah, I don't think I would be able to. Yeah, I don't think it's a competition for either. You said you serve and you bartend.
Yep.
What has that taught you about people?
Oh, you really want to know?
Yeah, I really want to know.
People are easy to sway.
Oh my God, he's a manipulator. Wow.
No, it's like communication is a huge like factor, right?
Yeah.
When you deal with people serving and bartending,
Yeah.
there's a lot of emotional labor that goes into it, right?
Yeah.
So if something comes up, like if a guest is upset or something, you have to have the capacity and the ability to turn that around, to make the negative into a positive.
Yeah.
So I feel like that has taught me how to maneuver with emotions
Yeah.
in the guest, you know,
Okay.
and like make it something better, you know, like, yeah, turning the negative to a positive. I think I've learned that. I get a lot of, not to like toot my own horn or anything, like a lot of guests come up to me and they're like, oh, you're the best server we ever had. You're so kind. You're so friendly. I get that almost every time I serve. But it's all about meeting people where they're at, you know?
Yeah.
And I know it's just a job, right? But it also helps you gain the ability also in your personal life, you know?
Yeah. Like because I find that even working hospitality has kind of helped me communicate better with people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It does help you. It's an art form, I feel like.
Yeah.
And I was looking into it because a lot of hospitality workers, basically, there's emotional labor involved.
Yeah.
You know, because you have to kind of let go of your emotional leads.
Yeah. And be very professional and don't take things
and
personally
serve their
stuff.
emotional leads as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Not
even
many people think about it too hard, you know?
Yeah. And I would even say it helped me kind of like, in a way, you know, moving from, you know, Nigeria here, and I would say maybe a lot of people who kind of move into Canada or other countries probably would relate in the sense of that there's certain countries in Africa we're very reserved. What do you think? Yeah, I'm like reserved in the sense of like even a lot of countries in Asia too, because I did live in Asia for a while. Very reserved in the sense of like they're not really open.
Really?
Yeah, they're not open in the sense of like they're very shy. They kind of keep to their friends and their self.
I thought people in Lagos were
no, Nigeria is like, but the thing with Nigeria is you get both parts.
Yeah.
Like if you're in the western part of like Lagos is a hot pot, so it's like New York City. It's filled with a lot of people, different characters.
Different sort of people.
If you go to Abuja, for example, you still find more reserved people where they kind of keep to themselves, their own small cliques, their friends and stuff like that. And kind of moving out of that, you kind of find it harder to kind of, assimilate yourself into your surroundings, right? And I feel like working hospitality kind of helps you in that sense of like
it gets you out of your shell.
Yeah, it gets you out of your shell. You get to talk to. You can't be a quiet person.
No.
Yeah, you have to talk.
You can be, but it doesn't really help you.
It's not gonna help because you have to fight for yourself. aside you have to fight for yourself, you have to give the customers the best possible service. That requires you kind of coming out and actually,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So, but that leads me to even ask your question. Do you think minorities, like we minorities coming into like places that are predominantly maybe white or predominantly black or predominantly whatever, do you think we have like this pressure to kind of conform into our environment? Like,
Yeah, as with I think it's everywhere, right?
yeah,
You have to like conform to the culture. I mean, you don't necessarily have to, but it really does help you
it does help.
if you do conform to the culture. And, because there's a lot of stigma along with immigrants,
Yeah.
POCs, and everything. When you're fresh off the boat, people can like usually tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. There might be a culture shock. Did you get a culture shock when you got here?
I did get a culture shock, but not in the little things. Like there were little things that were like kind of like culture shocks for me in
Mm-hmm.
a sense that I was like, huh, this is weird, like, and stuff like that. But
Like what? Like,
what would I say is probably the most predominant one for me? Um, I think one of the one of one of the first ones for me is like they're really, really the fashion.
the
Was a culture,
fashion was the
yeah,
culture
was a
shock?
culture shock for me. It was a culture shock in the sense of that
It's a cold country.
it is a cold country, but I also feel like it's a country where a lot of people don't really try as much. But maybe that's their own way of like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because I come
Yeah.
from a place where it's very flashy and very,
Yeah.
yeah,
There's a lot of colors.
yeah, there's a lot of colors and everything, but it's kind of a bit more on the bland side
Yeah, that's
here.
understandable.
And they're okay with it, I guess. I mean, do you? But
Winter kind of gets, it kind of gets dreary and
yeah.
everything.
So, like, what about you? What was like probably the biggest culture shock for you here?
Oh, yeah. My culture shock was, where's the people? Like,
Yeah, that's
because
actually
I'm
true
in
too.
Peterborough, right?
Yeah.
Like, so it's not the city. I grew up in a city my whole life, as
Yeah.
did you. So I was always surrounded by a lot of people, used to crowds,
Yeah,
loved that. And when I got here, there wasn't a lot of people. I was in the bus. I remember I was in the car and I was like, why is this place so deserted? It didn't feel very lively to me. And then COVID hit shortly after.
and then it got worse.
Yeah, and I'm a very outgoing person. Some people would say I'm extroverted as well. So I don't
Yeah.
know. The lack of people is what kind of was shocking to me. Nowadays, when I go to Toronto, I feel more like myself because more people. But even on like a Monday in Toronto at like 11 p.m.,
Everyone's
there are
in.
certain places you'll see nothing.
Yeah,
You know?
everyone's in. Yeah.
Not in my hometown, not in Dhaka City.
Yeah. Because I hear
Yeah.
stuffs like, oh, this place never sleeps or that place never sleeps, but they do
That's
sleep.
New York City.
They do sleep. I
That's New
think-
York City. I
yeah.
think New York City is a bit different. Yeah, but that was the shocking thing to me. Also the cold, because when I came here, so I lived in the tropics, right? Bangladesh. I
Yeah.
don't think I mentioned that. I'm from Bangladesh.
Okay.
And when I got here, it was for the winter session, right?
Yeah.
So it was like 5 degrees. I remember wearing like 4 or 5 layers of clothing because I was not used to this. And now 5 degrees, that's a good day.
Yeah, it is a good day. But no, but then the thing is, it was this also the same for me too, because I didn't even come when it was really cold. I came when it was like 1 degree. Like, and I remember like when people were telling me, oh, it's gonna be, and I was like, okay. I wore like just one jacket, and I think the doors at the airport opened like this, and the first wave of wind just slapped me, and I was like,
No, I was scared because I was scrawny when I got here.
I was
So
speechless.
I was
for a
well
while.
prepared. I lost my jacket in the airport. I'm pretty sure someone took it. It was a really nice jacket. It was a really nice jacket. It wasn't my cousin's. It was from London. It was some fancy
Oh my
like
god,
thing,
that must have
yeah.
sucked.
I lost things at the airport, like but another thing, I wouldn't call it a culture shock. I just had to like train my mind to be okay with leaving my things behind in like when you're like at a restaurant, right? And then I'm leaving my phone to go out for a smoke or something, right? I can do that now. Back home, you can't do that stuff. It'll get stolen. Your bags, your wallet, your phone, your laptop, and yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of
Yeah, it's safer.
people from South Asia or I don't
Africa
know,
too, yeah. In a
so
way, yeah.
they had to be okay with leaving things behind.
Yeah, no, it's
Like,
I would say it is a lot safer than a lot of parts. Canada is safe. And to kind of like bring it all together, I'm gonna get you to kind of give us an opinion. Unpopular, popular, but maybe you just want to put it out there. Let's see. What do you have in mind today?
shit, you're putting me on the spot here.
Mm-hmm. Spotlight. Imagine the imaginary spotlight on your head now.
Unpopular opinion? I think it's a popular opinion.
Doesn't
Okay,
have
I'm
to be
gonna stick
unpopular.
to
Yeah.
this. I think we should really battle stigma against immigrants at this moment, especially South Asians.
Okay.
Yeah, because you know how like it's not cool like to say anything racist towards African Canadians, African Americans. It's been
Yeah,
like that
yeah,
for a long
yeah,
time.
yeah.
But as we can see, people are very open about
Being
being
racist
racist
to
towards South Asians
Asians
at
and
the
Indians,
moment.
to even be specific. Yeah,
And being very
and it's not cool.
stereotypical and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
Maybe I don't fit, maybe I don't fit the stereotype,
yeah.
but that doesn't mean that,
It's cool and it's
yeah,
okay.
that
It's not.
I can use my voice to say that just because there's a lot of South Asians who don't speak, they're timid, they don't want to talk about it, right?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of South Asian hate going on right now in Canada.
Yeah.
And they're calling it mini India. It's going on with those tropes, double. It's funny, granted. But
Jeez, man.
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
we have to really look at the actual situation.
Yeah.
All right? Like the actual issue at hand. And racism is not cool, guys.
It's not.
And these are people who are working hard, who are contributing to society.
Mm-hmm.
These people, their kids are going to be your doctors someday. Their kids are going to be your lawyers. Even they might be lawyers someday. They're going to contribute to society. They're going to be it's going to be,
and they're
it's
just
gonna
trying
be
to
major.
live. They're just trying to live, and that's just it. They're actually just trying to live.
Yeah, so
You get-
this is like this is how America was set up too. It's
Yeah.
the land of the immigrants, it trickles down, and you could say like, oh, they don't fit into the culture and here and stuff like that. But remember, they're gonna have kids. The kids are gonna conform to the culture as well. And then generations are gonna go on and they're gonna be Canadian. So you can't really be that harsh on immigrants because history repeats itself, right? Like at least like as in like all their stigma and everything. Learn from the negativity
They're
of your
basically
southern brother.
preaching love, man. It's
Yeah,
because we're all here. We all have different
Yeah.
ways of living and everything. So he's preaching love. And
yeah.
that's what
They're gonna be the doctors.
And that's
They're
what-
gonna be the
yeah.
officials. They're gonna be the lawyers. They're gonna take care of Canadians like me, you, everyone alike.
yeah.
So we have to respect.
I actually
Yeah.
really like that. But yeah, it was beautiful having you here
Oh,
today.
thank you so much.
Yeah, and that's what will kind of wrap up the episode. That's been today on Breaking Views One-on-One. This has been the lovely Derek. I'm gonna attach his socials. Please like, share, subscribe, follow him, please,
Oh, you're
and
making me
comment
famous
on
now.
our video. Comment on our video, help us with the algorithm. Please take care, and I'll see you next week.
Take
Bye.
care.